This is speech 4, question of policy. So, my name is Sam Barks. Today, I would like to introduce you to something that I like to call human rights. Human rights have been around since humans have existed. Human rights go as far back as, can you believe it? Health. To make sure one is healthy, especially in that of a first world country. Now, would you believe that there are people in this world who don't believe that everyone, every single person, has a right to basic health? No. We cannot have a right to basic health. Those must work for it. But what if they are, and they still aren't getting it? What if someone has 2 jobs, both full-time, 3 kids? They are working 80 hours a week, and they still barely have enough money to get by with rent, food, gas, let alone health insurance. What I would like to persuade all of you to join me in is universal health care. A term that I know can be seen as extreme, an extremist point of view. I'd like to, point out that this is not an extremist point of view. 2, I'd like to point out how this could greatly increase life expectancy and overall health, mentally and physically, of the American people. And 3, is the right thing to do morally. A lot of people say that healthcare, universal healthcare, is an extreme leftist point of view. And I know I cannot persuade all of you to change your mind on that opinion. But what if I said, that there are 9 first world countries, 9 first world countries that currently use universal health care and are not financially broken. They're not in a communist manifesto, and they're not in an extremist government. Some of these countries are our next door neighbors, Canada. Universal health care there is a huge part of their economic and governmental system. They have not collapsed, and actually, they're doing extremely well, just as good as we are, except their people have health care, no matter what. Healthcare can boost our economy and overall lifestyles tremendously. It can do this through many means, the biggest of which, of course, is taxes. A lot of people believe that our taxes will skyrocket, and everyone will be forced to pay this fee, this ridiculous fee, to have something they may not use. And while I agree on one part of this, you may not use it, I don't agree on the high taxes. Truly, the average American, based off of my own parents, pays around $3,000 a year for health insurance, for basic health insurance. Let's say our taxes go up. Health insurance now would be 10% of a paycheck, $50. Let's raise that to 20. 20%. $100. $100 a month. $1,200. That is half the price the average American pays. Of course, that's more than some do. But that's a small price to pay for making sure every single person, man, woman, child, has basic health. Morally. My own grandmother. I love her to death, sweet old granny. She's the ripe age of 75. Under the health care that she has with retirement, she still has to pay $1,500 for some back pains, for medication for back pains. A woman who has worked and put into the system for decades, longer than any of us, any single one of us. But of course, these companies, these insurance companies, don't care about what you've put into the system. It's what you're putting into them. What they, the big man up top, is getting out of this. Would you make your granny pay that much money so her back won't hurt? With universal health care, she wouldn't have to pay that much. She would get her back medication and feel great all the time. Be able to have adventures. But you can't do that right now because Granny can't afford health insurance. Now truly, if you are still not convinced that we should convert to universal health care, then stay on your line. Do as you believe. But do this just for me, this one simple thing. Do not stop others from getting this right. Thank you. Oh, my eye itch. Okay.